Hey guys, welcome back to the DeeTimeLove show. And today we've got a bit of real watch talk. I'm going back to my roots where I used to review a number of Seiko watches, and due to popular demand and having spoken to a few of my fellow subscribers, Chirag has lent us in one of the Seiko 5 Sports from the new range that apparently is meant to replace the Seiko, yes, the Seiko SKX. Now, the new 5 Sport line was shortly introduced after they ended the production of the Seiko SKX. And there's been a lot of debates whether it is an actual replacement for the Seiko SKX or whether it's just a tribute or some sort of fashion watch that's paying tribute to the actual good old Seiko SKX. So let's take a closer look at the watch. Let's get the specifications out of the way. But before I tell you too much about this watch, I have to be honest with you. The case diameter is exactly the same as the Seiko SKX. They've basically taken the case and they've introduced it to this new Seiko 5 Sports range. Case diameter is 42.5, exactly the same. Lug to lug, you're looking at 46 millimeters, and the lug width is 22 millimeters. This one comes with an oyster style bracelet, and very rattly what you get with your Seiko 5 Sports range. But one thing they've introduced is drilled lug holes, which is music to my ears, because we all know the good old Seiko SKX was a strap monster, and I've gone through about probably 12 to 13 different strap combos in the last three years. So I'm really glad that he introduced that to this new Seiko 5 Sports range. But is it exactly the same? No, there have been a few improvements, some major improvements, I have to say. So let's take a look. So first of all, you've got drilled lug holes, but the bracelet, there's been no improvement. This is typical Seiko 5 bracelet, very rattly, not anything special, but does the job. But it's got drilled lug holes, so you can take that off at ease and put your favorite strap on. But there has been a major improvement. We have the new movement they put in this watch is the 4R36 with, let's listen, has manual wind, hacking, as you can see, the second hand is stopped there. Just wipe this for you. Let's get this going. But the biggest difference, I have to say, is the dial. So everything is pretty much the same, but there are some big differences in specification. Not major. So on the Seiko 5 Sports side, the biggest improvement is the movement. So you've got manual wind and you have hacking, which is very nice, and was a common complaint of some Seiko SKX owners that if only had the manual wind and hacking, it would be the perfect watch. Now this new 5 Sports range has that new improved movement. Secondly, if only had sapphire crystal. Unfortunately, no change on that. It's hardlex crystal. The lume is the same, very bright, like you get with the Seiko SKX. I'll leave an image below. The new Seiko 5 Sports range has so many different variations. 27 different variations of this watch is available in the UK, in Europe, and I've been told in Japan there's even further versions of this watch. And I'll leave you a little image there so you can see some of the different combos that are available on different straps, bracelets, and color dial and bezels and different textured dials. Very cool indeed. But let's look at the dial first of all. Now, looking at the Seiko 5 Sports dial, as you can see there, the Seiko logo is applied, as with the old Seiko has a printed logo, and you got on the SKX automatic, and below the Seiko you've got the new applied Seiko 5 logo, which I quite like, which is very cool. And if you look further down the dial, you've got automatic in the Presage font, which I quite like. And it looks quite more modern because you've got the hour markers are applied with the lume, and it just looks more like a modern piece in terms of the actual SKX has got a more of a vintage vibe going on, which I quite like as well. Very good. The hands are exactly the same, but on the SKX you've got a 200 meters diver, ISO certified. The Seiko 5 Sports is 100 meters water resistant, and the biggest difference is that the SKX is a screw down crown and the basically Seiko 5 Sports is not. So the biggest difference is that the old iconic Legend is a genuine dive watch and the Seiko 5 Sports watch isn't. And this takes me into my thoughts on this particular timepiece. Very nice watch. Even the bezel action is identical to the Seiko SKX. It's 120 click bezel. Very nice indeed. It hosts all very similar features, but what it doesn't have is that genuine dive watch specification that the SKX has, because it's not a dive watch. And for me, it cannot be a replacement of the SKX because it's not a genuine dive watch. It's an everyday leisure watch that you can wear to the beach, maybe go for a little swim, but you cannot take it diving. The loom is very good, very similar. It has all the features apart from the screw down crown, and most importantly it has a clear case back, which isn't anything spectacular, but you know, it's unveiling the 4R36 movement, which is a big improvement over the Seiko SKX movement. But the Seiko SKX has that engraving of the Karagawa wave that we all love within the watch. A very nice touch indeed that has Seiko SKX in real appreciation of the timepiece they have. They feel very similar. The bracelet isn't anything spectacular, so I'd probably say if you're getting this watch, don't get it on the bracelet. Maybe get it on a rubber strap or one of their other NATO straps. I guess the cost of it may be a little bit less, or maybe get it on a mesh. Like, yes, they come on mesh. So what is this watch? Is it a replacement? No, it's not. For me, I think what Seiko have done here, when the production ended for the Seiko SKX, there was a great opportunity for them to produce a new range of SKX styled watches, sort of paying tribute to a legend as such. So they took the element of an amazing, you know, case design that wraps around your wrist. I'll leave an image there for you guys. Very nice indeed. Perfect fit, good weight to it, reliable, robust, but with manual wind and hacking. A watch that you can wear every day, but a watch that you can match it to every sort of fashion item available. There's every dial is available within this range, and there has been a massive upsurge in new micro brands that have really appealed to the watch enthusiasts. And I can see why Chirag went for this, because I know he's a big Seiko Monster fan, and this orange dial, this sunburst metallic dial, really does play with the light very well indeed. So for me, it's basically not replacing, but playing a little bit more of a tribute of an iconic design within the Seiko 5 range. And that's what the Seiko 5 range has always been about. If you look at the design and aesthetics of their watches, they really do play homage and tribute to a lot of very well-known and famous watch designs. So you've got dive watches that aren't genuine dive watches and more leisure watches, but they take their inspiration from genuine dive watches of the past. And I think this Seiko 5 Sports range is no different, but you get in the modern technology that you expect within this price range. They do come in at £250 to £300 sterling in 2019. Generally, I think it's a nice looking watch. It's never going to be, you know, iconic or collectible like the Seiko SKX. There is only one SKX, and it's got a bit of a cult following. But you've got every color combo and finishing on the case available within this Seiko 5 Sports range. It pretty much looks identical with an upgraded movement. You're just not getting the water resistance that you had with the SKX. Not a major thing, because there are much better dive watches than the SKX, but you're getting that design and you're getting it from the same watch brand. So it's not so much a homage, more of a tribute watch in my eyes to a legend, an iconic watch, and it lives on in its design in this Seiko 5 Sports range. If you want a genuine dive watch, a dive watch tool, you have to look at their Prospects range. There are many different variants from affordable to middle tier dive watches that go up against £3,000, £4,000 Omega Seamasters. You know, I have to say, but you can get anything from a £500 to £3,000 Prospects diver, whole different kettle of fish. ISO certified genuine dive watches. This is for your everyday watch wearer to match up to their clothing. Bit of a fashion watch, but it has the unique and iconic design of the SKX, a winning formula with much more choice available. Check the link below. Let me know your thoughts on this particular timepiece. I do like the orange dial, but there's so many different color variations. You're going to find a dial that suits your style, your unique style. Very cool indeed. And they've got textured dials now available as well. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of my content. And don't forget to leave your comments below on your thoughts on the new Seiko 5 Sports range. Take care guys, and I'll see you in the next video.